cigarette. I would've followed you down, baby. Followed you down, down, down. How many been in your bed lately? You really make your way around. You say you lay with me forever, but I'm alone with another round. I'm just trying to make last call. If I'm too drunk, I can't call. And that's why you left.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to the Carthage esports stream. This is the NECC Week 5 and Week 6 stream. TurboJuggler32 joined alongside Flair. Man, it's been way too long since we've done a cast together.
It's been a hot minute, Turbid. I feel like it's been since you were in high school?
Yeah.
Have we done any since you've gotten here?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's been like almost 2 years at this point.
Yeah, we got a good one starting now.
We're gonna
get there in a sec.
Yeah, we're gonna have Carthage Gray taking on Valpo at the 6 p.m. time slot. We're gonna have Carthage White take on W Superior in the 7 p.m. time slot. Producers are trying to get us into the actual game here. We can't see a thing currently, but we can hear that there was a save on somebody's part. So hats off to whoever got that save.
Yeah, got a great one. Carthage Gray in a tough spot tonight. They have to sweep both series in order to make playoffs tonight. So that's what they've got on the line. Not even just a 2-0 win and you're in on the night. It is a you cannot drop a game kind of situation. Trying to finish their season strong and somehow find a way to sneak on into those playoffs. We'll see if they can do it.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it. About 4 minutes left in game number 1. Still scoreless. Oblivious trying to put that into center position. So racing a great clear. Carrying that ball away, but Jank is there for the slight tap. Taxivator with a nice hit, but Valpo putting it back into Carthage territory. Nice flick up from Saracen. Oblivious just gonna miss the ball though. Looked like a fake actually. Master Seb there for the center. Ooh, a little shaky on the defensive side for Carthage Gray. Gotta clean that one up.
Yeah, no one really there on the goal line, but luckily not punished this time as Jank gets on past one. The shot goes just off the crossbar. Follow-up coming through off the backboard. Evader of Taxes able to throw it just into the corner in time. Gets the flick for his troubles as well. Follow-up is there. Back for the shot, and we are finding that the fourth man is there early in game number 1, being that crossbar.
Yep, that fourth man always comes out in the most crucial moments, or even in the early stages of the game. Really come out whenever it chooses to do so. Master Seb going off that left side again. A center, good demo by Saracen, good transitional demo. Great awareness. Oblivious shot is not in. Another beautiful save from Taxivator.
Yeah, Taxivator stepping up huge. Captain of the team here, but that 50-50.
That's in for Jank.
You can only play with fire so long as that one will fling into the top left of the net.
Yeah, but that's just a great play. Great 52 from Jank, just really getting the better angle of that shot, and ultimately for him gets Valpo on the board 1-0, 2:52 remaining, and Carthage cannot afford to drop a game in this series or the next one against Bradley Red, as you said earlier, Flair. Carthage Gray needs to win out and sweep Valpo and Bradley Red to even get a crack at the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, totally a doable thing that happened, but I think really in game 1, it might come down to those nerves knowing that you have that insurmountable mountain to climb ahead of you. So I think if they just find a way to settle down here on offense and find a goal here within the next 2.5 minutes, we'll be fine. If not, I also predict them still going 2-0 on the night, even if they lose game number 1 here, because then nerves completely gone. With the shot going toward net, we almost found one there, but instead it'll be a clear back down the field. Taxivator making another goal line save.
Pressure from Valpo is greatly helping them, but let's see if Carthage Gray can do anything to halt that right now. Saracen, a beautiful save. It's just they're playing with the ball here, Carthage Gray. They're not really able to find open seams to get the ball down the field like we've seen them do in previous games on stream.
That's a great touch, though, by Saracen to get it started on the transition. Blaze is Cupid now into the corner. Can't quite get the ball there. Taxivator gets a demo upfield. That's going to leave a slow rotation back as we now have a recollection in the blue corner and another demo coming out from Master Seb.
Good demo from Valpo. Carthage Gray trying to push this ball down the field. Is not able to. Good save. That's going to be a nice punt Jank already up though. Just the anticipation that this man has is crazy. Taxivator with the save. Saracen transitional punt. Oh, I thought Taxivator was going to be there to redirect it. Might be a solo play for Saracen, and it is. There it is. Saracen puts it in.
Just a little bit bigger out of the kid. We see the transition opportunity coming from Taxivator. He elects to go for the bump on someone in net, trusting Saracen to just finally bully that ball on through. We got ourselves a tie ball game with 1 minute left.
1:09 remaining. And this is going to be intense for the game one finish. Blaze was wide open for a slight second, but Jank read that thing the whole way through.
And now we got the 50-50 from Saracen. It's going to be actually a shot toward net. Who's going to be back? It'll be Blaze.
Nice.
Transitioning back into the corner. Saracen gets a pop around one. Trying to take it downfield. Who else would be there but Jank? Jank 50s it right to Taxivator, though. Taxivator takes it to the corner. Looking for that double touch. Isn't going to find it. Now it's back to the midfield. But plenty of space to be collected here by Saracen. Off the corner. Looking for the shot. It gets denied. Follow-up, though. Goes just off the bar and kicked away.
Just almost there for Blaze. Oblivious shot is not in. Great showing from Saracen and Blaze. Every member getting their fair share of saves.
Holy cow. It's an onslaught right now from Valpo.
Wow.
This clear finally goes back downfield. It'll be collected by Oblivious.
They're going to have time to maybe push this ball. I mean, there's 12 seconds remaining. It could happen. No. Jank with the save.
Approaching that final 10 seconds. You know, Carthage, good to have that pressure.
Taxivator.
Gets past one. The pass down. Who's going to be there?
Nobody's
Won't be anyone.
there.
It might stay up, and we
Nope.
will fall and get overtime in game number one here.
What more could you ask for in this series to start it off? Overtime in game number one. Blaze pushing this one. Taxivator's there. Save from Master Seb. Got to credit both of these defenses here for the most part in this game. Just really dialing in on all cylinders. Just the offenses have just been shut down, and the winner of this game is going to be determined by which offense can disrupt the defensive scheme that's happening. That's
Yeah, we're seeing
clear.
a lot of good collections on defense from both teams here. It's really the offense that has kind of been lacking. I'd like to see a few more passing opportunities. But as I say it, the solo play will win out as Master Seb just finds the top shelf of the net there to take game number one. And also another sad little fact of that is that will be mean that tonight is the end of the Carthage Gray season.
Yep. Just one play like that can really just ruin everything. That's the moral of Rocket League in most instances, especially when you're competing from playoffs. But there is still hope for Carthage Gray to come back and win this for pride.
Absolutely. A bunch of pride on the line right here. I think doing so, though, you are going to have to shut down Jank. Excuse me. He has seemed the most capable on the pitch for Valpo so far. I think if you're able to get a couple demos on him, and Blaze getting 500 ping, we might have a tech issue we might have to solve.
Yep.
Excuse me, as I was saying, Jank, if you shut him down with demos or just being able to instantly challenge him, I think it's going to lead to a lot more success for the Firebirds.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, Blaze did crash, so there is going to be a tech pause. But yeah, like you said, Flair, just shutting down Jank with the demos and opening up the passing game in the offensive scheme that Carthage Gray wants to run is going to be very important for their success in this series going forward.
Absolutely.
I mean, we saw for the most part that they were just held in their own half with the ball for the most part, and that was, you never want that to happen in this game at all, at any level.
Yeah, that is a tough thing. You know, you really, as you want to be getting higher level in this game, you want it to be more of a flowing back and forth of offense and defense, and it felt very much like there wasn't much of a midfield presence for either team in that game. And so I think the moment someone can start to have more of that midfield presence, that's where they're going to start to overwhelm that defense and find a way to break through the wall a lot easier than as seen in the previous game. I think that one side had 8 saves, one side had like 7. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that when one team gets the ball downfield, it just stays in that corner, and then it never really hit the middle of the field, like you said. And, you know, with that not happening, teams can't actively anticipate where the ball is going to go at all times. I mean, if it's in the middle and no one's pushing it actively, you can just go up there and try to create a push yourself. But again, we just have not really seen that open up for either of these teams. And it just came down to one play for that game one. If Blaze makes that save, that overtime still goes.
yeah, we're going to get started here. Blaze back in. Game number 2. Birds down 0-1 in the series. Looking to make something happen here. Bounce it back, even up the scoreline.
ready to kick it off. That's going to be in midfield. Blaze with a great bump. Man, he did not like that lag spike that he got before. Took out all his anger and aggression out that time.
Yeah, we got Tax now trying to turn on this. Might leave it for Blaze in the end, who's going to have a free ball to work with. Solo play goes up. Jank, though, cuts it off before it can get too far. So Raisin now space to work with. And Valpa's kind of playing a little more passive to start this game off. I wonder if that was something maybe they talked about that they want to do going forward into the rest of this. But it's allowing the Firebirds to kind of have that extended stay on the orange half. Shot coming to the net. It's going to be a tough save, but Seb comes on through. Gets the boost for his troubles, but can't get the ball because of it. Now we're just bullying back in the corner. Transition out. It goes over to Seb. He can't quite find the touch, though, as it rolls toward the blue net.
Way to be there for Tax Evader. The defense is just looking a little bit sloppy from Carthage Gray here. They just have to shut down Jank. He's going to pass it out to one of his teammates. Master Seb not going to go for it wisely. Just sticking back, trying to see what's going to happen. Blaze's shot is going to be saved, and Jank going for the clear off of the wall. Looking for a direct pass to Master Seb. Oh, Seb's going to bump Blaze, and Jank is going to put that in for Valpo.
That's actually a great play right there. Jank goes to the air. I don't know if it was an intentional miss there, but going for the bump instead of the ball there just really puts that pressure on Sarazen to make either an early chow or make a mistake, and that's just what happened as Valpo finds the leader.
Yeah, and the awareness by the two teammates of Valpo to say, hey, this pass isn't going to work, so let's have Seb bump Blaze in order to have that ball go in. And that one goes in for Seb as soon as I say his name.
It's almost like you're giving that little caster curse. I won't call you on it this time. But Blaze just not quite able to get up to that after it takes a weird bounce off the curve of the back wall there. Firebirds still have plenty of time to get back in this, but now it's more just you want to start getting a little more relaxed on defense.
Don't hit the panic button just yet. That's what they need to do, Sarazen. Gonna pass that one off. That's gonna be near the crossbar. Vader's shot is going to lead to his center, but no one there for Carthage Gray.
Yeah, the thing I'm noticing right now with Carthage is that we're just pushing maybe our third man up a little too far or going too far back. We're not playing close enough to the play to really stay relevant. And maybe that's due to wasting some boost or going out of the play for demos. Shot almost comes through from Tax Evader. Sarazen now up, doesn't quite get the touch. Pop middle. It's going to be Master Seb on the shot. Instead, it goes to the ceiling. Evader of taxes. Can't quite get the follow-up.
Accidental teammate bump from Sarazen. He's going to have slight ball control, but Jank is there. We haven't seen those demos on Jank come out. He's been having free reign over the entire field, pretty much.
Yeah, Tax going to try and get that shot on net now. Jank, once again, you know the name. He's there once more. Oblivious gets a 50 in the corner. Passes around. Shot needs to come through from Tax Evader, but that goal line dive from Oblivious will save the day. We got 2.5 minutes left on the scoreline. Sarazen now goes up, tries to get past 2, tries to get past 3, the pass mid, not quite connecting, and now Blaze left in a 1v2. He goes for the air dribble bump, the follow-up shot, trying to come through, but instead it'll be Sarazen there. Jank now, once again, to the back wall, collected by Blaze, but it doesn't quite stay in his control. Now we got another, just 50-50 in the corner as it bounces mid. Will the shot go through? It's to the back wall. Follow-up from Master Seb. Goes just wide.
Not going to go in that time. Grayson trying to clear that away. Tax Evader did have a free ball to work with. Oblivious working with little boost. Sarazen does have a chance to save it. He does. Blaze for the follow-up. He'll save it as well. Tax Evader not going to get it over Jank, though.
Yeah, the Firebirds, once again, it's coming down to like their third man is either way too far up or way too far back at this point, kind of leaving both teammates in awkward 1v3 positions on defense. We have to make goal line saves that don't really give you the opportunity to transition out very well.
Good demo from Tax Evader. And yeah, it's just Carthage Gray has just been isolated in their corner. This is Valpo's game right now. They're controlling the tempo throughout the entire thing. Carthage Gray are just trying to find ways to score, and not being able to hit shots like that, that's not gonna go well at all. Oblivious is gonna be there. Blaze looking to possibly center this one. He's gonna have full reign of the ball. Demo. Oh, and that was almost an own goal.
Almost ran into some trouble there, but just barely got out of it. Evader attacks is now, takes it to the sky. No boost to work with. Finds the mid, though, and is able to keep on going. It's taken away, though, by Jank. Gets the collection. Looking for the flick, though. Top left, but Blaze on the goal line save. Everyone's awkward, though. Shot opportunity coming through. Tax just barely kicks it away, but it's right back into the box. So Raisin, though, finally has a chance to collect. Gets past Jank. Now Tax comes on in, gets the 50-50, and Blaze should have a free ball.
Let's see what he can do. He's got limited boost, so that's going to be the problem. So racing a demo. Time ticking away here, and Oblivion goes up for the shot. It's a 3-0 game. 11 seconds remaining.
Tough one for the Firebirds. You know, not much time. You got to start getting aggressive in your positioning. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. That's the risk you take when you go with that play style when you're down by 2 with a few seconds left. Looks like Firebirds are going to be facing that triple match
Hey,
point.
Taxivator putting it in. 8 seconds remaining. We'll celebrate any goal we get.
Nice little 67-mile-an-hour ground pinch, though. We take that.
Now, it is possible for 2 goals to be scored by Carthage.
Yeah, it's true. It
8
is.
seconds,
It is totally possible.
1 in 4 seconds.
See what happens here. Anything crazy on the kickoff? We might see a bang down
No.
field 50 away.
God.
And that should do it for game number 2.
Be a slight chance for a second one. No, it's just going to touch the ground. And Valpo is going to win 2-0 in that series, or in the game. Excuse me. They'll have a 2-0 series lead. And Carthage Gray is looking to come back from that deficit.
Yeah, it's looking like we might have another ping issue as Jank now soaring up in the ping. Good old Rocket League servers being a little wishy-washy today.
Yep.
Big uh-oh.
Now, we saw that with Blaze with 500 ping, so it's only common that it happens throughout the rest of the server sometimes. I mean, Epic Games, you know, they bought Rocket League. And,
Solid Epic Games server moment.
Yeah.
Love to see it. But if you're the Firebirds, it's kind of nice having this extra little bit of time to think about what we want to do next. You see, Taxivator has not readied up yet. Talking to his team, talking with the coach, trying to see what we can do to try and bring this back. Because now it's not so much, you can't think about, all right, we got to reverse sweep. You got to just think, okay, we got to get game 3. Game 3, that should be the easiest one to get. They should be overconfident. This is your chance to strike back. By game 4, that's probably the toughest one. And then game 5, anyway, again, it's a game 5. And they're probably pooping their pants at the fact that they've already on the brink of a reverse sweep there.
And the thing is, this deficit flare isn't new to Carthage Gray.
That's true.
In week 1, they played Rose Holman. They were down 0-2, and they were able to come back 3-2. So it is possible for this team. They just have to ignite some confidence in themselves here. Master Step shot going to be saved by Blaze to start this out. Sorayson carrying it on that right side, looking for a possible center. Sorayson, a little bit of miscommunication there, and that net's wide open. Blaze is going to be there for the transition, though.
Yeah, we got Sorayson now getting the fake. Blaze is going to have a free ball up the wall. Hopefully we see some mechanics here. He goes to the ceiling, trying to pass it mid. I like that look, but it's read just a bit quicker by Valpo as Oblivion now has his chance on the offensive path.
Valpo just has an answer for everything that Carthage Gray is trying to throw at them in the offensive scheme. They have to change things up some way, somehow. And like we've been preaching before, the demos on Jank have not been seen anywhere.
Blaze now looking
So it
once
has
again.
to happen.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice with Carthage's offense, they are going a very pass-heavy right now. Excuse me. Maybe that's the difference maker. They were going a little more for solo plays and just bump shots during the first couple games. Now it seems like there's a lot more
that might be
intention,
in.
and now
Oh,
it
and
just
it's
finds
in.
the back of the net regardless.
Wow. Unbelievable. I tell you what, hitting the ball off of the wall like that, getting the goal is so satisfying.
It's satisfying, and I promise you it's the most infuriating thing in the world if you're a defender.
Oh, yeah.
1-0, though, for Carthage as they take, I believe, their first lead of the series.
Yes, I think it is their first lead of the series. And it's a great tempo booster. It's a great morale
Could it be
shifter.
2?
Oh, it's 2. No, it's not 2. Oh, come
goal line
on.
save there by Jank.
Oh, dude. Jank with the save.
There's a miss, though. Blaze with the fake. Takes it to the sky. Looking for the bump. Can't quite find it. Jank gets just over it. Sorayson now off the sidewall. Looking for the double touch. Gets it toward the corner. There's one person back. Now it's up to Tax. Trying to center it for Blaze. Blaze can't quite get the touch. Sorayson should have a free clear, though. He fakes it instead. plays the defensive shot and gets a great touch back into the corner.
Nice pinch off of the side of the post. That ball over the crossbar. Blaze with the save on Master Seb shot.
So Raisin gets the pass right back out. Now Oblivion gets the 50-50. Will Tax find it? He does, but no
Beautiful
Firebird
hit.
is there. It's only Valpo. Blaze now, once again, from his own corner. Luckily, Firebirds just need to make sure they're just playing safe. They don't got to do anything too crazy. We've seen that a one-goal lead can win these games before. They just maintain this.
Yep, they just play time of possession. That's the big thing with these one-goal leads. You just want to play time of possession, chew as much clock as possible. You can't give up anything like what Jank is trying to do there. Just the pressure from Valpo. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately for Valpo, they're not going to pin Carthage Gray into submission there for the goal.
Oh.
Tax evader though, solo play attempt. That's going to be a save.
Yeah, you know, you'd like to see a quicker transition out of the Firebirds there, knowing that everyone dove into your net. You've got to be able to get that ball out just a bit quicker. Not quite able to happen. Now we got the pressure back on the blue half. So Raisin having to make a last-second touch. Shot's coming through. It doesn't quite find it as it's kicked away toward the midfield. And Tax should have a free ball.
And that ball's going to sail in center position off the left side. And Master Seb is going to be there for the clear. So Raisin shot going to be wide to the left. But a minute 40 left in this game 3. Carthage Gray does not need to panic yet. So Raisin back there for the clear. Gets the boost. That's huge. Gets it past Jank.
No read.
Gets it past Master Seb. Blaze. No.
Doesn't quite find it, but
Tax,
Tax
yes,
is
he's there
for the finish.
Wow. There we go. Carthage 2-0 lead in game number 3. And this is what you were talking about earlier, Flair. Entering in this game 3 is Valpo is going to be overconfident heading into this. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Carthage Gray just being sharper. Now, are they as flashy as Valpo this game? Absolutely not, but that is okay. Sometimes you just have to do what's required in order to win, and that is okay.
At the end of the day, no one's going to care between a flip reset, double touch versus
a win is a win,
whip
no matter how you get it done.
Because goal line's going to say 1-0 either way. Now we got 2-0 on it. Nice
Good
bump
bomb
there from Sarazen. Getting a little bully ball action there on the defensive half always helps out, especially with this transition. It's a pass up to Tax. The dunk comes through. Will the follow-up be there from Blaze? Shot opportunity taken to the corner by Valpo.
Oblivion just shrinking that hole, but Blaze finds it. And there we go, third goal for Carthage Gray. 44 seconds remaining. Blaze gets his first crack at the net this evening.
Even Jank getting a little bit shaky on that defense there. Firebirds able to capitalize as they just need to now relax and not have anything too horrendous go wrong on this kickoff to start to settle into their W in game 3 and start looking toward that eventual game 5.
About 30 seconds or so remaining.
Tax now taking it to the midfield. It's going to get a clear over to Sarazen. 20 seconds now left on the clock. Jank trying to find someone in the midfield. Doesn't quite work out. Tax reads it well. Anyone in the net for the Firebirds?
Ooh.
Not really, with a clanger of a skim shot from Master Seb there. Goes off the sidewall. Check this out. Follows it. Calls his own number. What a touch into the top right corner.
Wow. Jeez.
That's a shot and a half. And, you know,
That
good
is.
ego boost for Valpo. Will it be able to find them something here in game number 3? Not quite, with that double touch sending it into the final 10 seconds. Tax gets a nice clear back. And with that, we should be all set to bring this series to a 1-2 deficit for the Firebirds.
And there we go. Carthage Gray winning game number 3. Series is 1-2 in favor of Valpo, but Carthage Gray has the momentum going into game 4.
Yeah,
I would just like to see them keep more consistency with what they're doing with the bumps and the passes down the field, and their rotations is another great thing as well. That's really improved from game 1. This looks like a completely different team from what we saw entering this game.
I think part of it that has to do with that is the fact that they've been looking for those infield passes, so it starts to put into the head of Valpo, okay, now we have to think about a different threat that wasn't there in those first couple games. It's making them switch up their positioning a little bit, and overall it's giving those Firebirds the opportunities to, either fake those passes or go for them and kind of keep them on their toes a little bit, which is something that they didn't really have. They didn't have that kind of presence in game number 1 and number 2, and it was very much there in game number 3.
Yeah, you just got to have the killer instinct of being able to switch up what you want to do on the flip side. You know, you want to keep your opponents guessing at all times, because if you do the same thing over and over again, it's not going to work. So having that added flexibility with your team to run different schemes on offense and on defense is very great. And, you know, the great teams in Rocket League find ways to do that consistently, and that's how they're able to obtain a lot of success. That shot is not going to be in. Sorayson, what a save. He is just the see it need, feel it need guy for this team right now. That's Big Will from Robot says. I mean, he's just everywhere.
He really is. He's there on the transitions on offense. Not so much a shooter, but he is just that glue guy right now for the Firebirds. Tax now in a 1v1.
Nice punt.
And now we got Sorayson once again collecting. Pass to the midfield, up for Tax. Gonna try and carry it. Doesn't quite get a close touch, but Sorayson gets around 1. Blaze, though, gets bumped, and now Tax has to make a last-second dive on the back line.
Ball gingerly rolling away from Carthage Gray's half. Blaze with a lot of boost. Oh, it gets a 50. It's a center. Taxivator gonna have to back out though, and he wisely does. Now the rotations are a bit more fluent for Carthage Gray. Taxivator hitting that up. Master Seb's there.
Gets around 1. Now it's a 1v1, but Sorayson able to get the touch. Is it optimal enough for Blaze to follow up? It is. Blaze will get a pop. Past 1, a little bit of open space to work with, has to follow it quickly. Seb gets a 50-50. Tax gets the beat though, and that's rolling toward the net, but not quite fast enough as Oblivious will get that collection in the corner. Looking to get it out of there. Teammate comes on in, now it's Tax to the back wall.
That's
shot coming from Blaze, kicked away.
Sorayson shot. It's gonna get deflected by Valpo. Blaze has a little space in front of him. Oblivious is going to win the 50 off of Taxivator.
And now we've got it back into that blue corner. We got Blaze and Sorayson getting a little mixed up on the communication there on the back line. They both tried to go for the ball, and then they both backed off. Didn't quite work out. That's a miss from Tax. Not capitalized on as Sorayson makes the clear. Another miss there. Shot coming through,
is in.
And it'll find the top shelf of the net.
Jank is there again. He was very quiet in that game 3, but took off the shackles and heard his alarm and actually woke up and scored for game number 4. 2:45 remaining. Carthage Gray, plenty of time to work with here to tie this thing up.
Yeah, and you know, being in my fair share of reverse sweeps myself, game 4 is that hardest one to win out of the 3. It is that fact that, okay, the other team is starting to settle back in, realizing the series isn't over, and you know that, like, you know, there's still a game 5 after this. So it is, this one's the grind. This one is the one the Firebirds are really gonna have to find a win, and then I think they'll have some success in game number 5 pretty easily if they find it here. Sorayson's got to get this follow-up touch. Shot there, follow-up,
yes, Taxivator is there.
As Tax puts it top right.
Taxivator, man, what an absolutely incredible player. Ever since I came here to Carthage Esports Rocket League casting, Taxivator has been absolutely phenomenal. In that Rose Holman game, hit that sweet, sweet double tap. I mean, he is just one of the great pieces of this Carthage Gray team.
Absolutely, a leader in his own right. Double touch coming through. Follow-up isn't quite there. Sorayson and Blaze once again getting a little tangled on who's going to go for that ball. Now it's up to Tax. Back to Blaze. Not quite as that goes through the orange corner. Blaze tries to center, but no one there for the Firebirds.
Good
we see a demo in the midfield. Sorayson up. Can't quite get the follow due to that bump. Still saves his boost, though. Very smart. Going to be able to get a 50. Not quite favorable. Tax now trying to put the pressure on that orange half. Look for that pass mid. Blaze is going to have to take it all the way back and collect it, but everyone should be able to get a full tank of boost as Blaze starts the counterattack.
If they'll have some sort of space, but Jank just minimizing it as the seconds go on. Oblivion puts that ball on top of the crossbar. Less than 1:30 remaining here. Master Seb trying to go from up top. Invader Tax with the save.
Tax coming in once again,
Jeez.
diving on the goal line. Will he get
Tax
a third?
again,
He
he's
will.
there.
As we've got the transition now.
Clearing everything.
Opportunities there. Jank, though, will cut it off in the midfield, and we're right back on defense for the Firebirds. Blaze gets a 50-50. Sarazen will have to follow it up. Leaves it. Goes for another touch. Jenk waiting patiently on the goal line. Now trying to find the
always
pass
going to
mid.
miss that one. That would have been huge for a possible center. Blaze off the back wall. He's got a little bit of a boost to work with. Not that much, though, as he would have wanted.
Shot comes through, and that one will be in as no one on the back wall jumped. Master Sub finds that late lead for Valparaiso.
That incidental pop-up from Taxivator ultimately costed the defense there for Carthage Gray, but in that situation, it's so tense that one little mistake is always prone to happen, no matter what.
Excuse me, Taxivator looking for that long ball. Almost finds it, pinched off the post, and now it's driving back toward their own net. Blaze will find it instead. Can't quite get the boost, has to work with the 40 he has. Now down to 0, gets the pop, it's to the back wall, and Jank once again stepping up for his team as now we got the transition back. That midfield presence starting to be there. Gets a touch, follow up, not quite there. Off the sidewall, will we see the shot come through from Blaze? There's a chance!
He's in! There it is, it's
does
in!
it once again to tie it up with 11 seconds.
Taxivator, he's there, and he puts it in.
Always there, right place, right time.
Indeed.
Stepping up big once again. Not over yet. We still got regulation with 11 seconds. We'll see this kickoff here. Goes in favor of the Firebirds. If they could just beat it, they don't. Now shot opportunity. Seb looking for the double touch. Sarazen with the clear downfield. Who's there? It can't be Tax. Rolls around. We're going to keep it up, Jank says. And finally it falls as we hit some overtime.
You have to keep that down. I mean, if Jank would have kept that up, who knows? Maybe Blaze from the side could have got a center, or Taxivator might just call game right away in overtime.
Now we got that doesn't happen in the midfield. Cut off by Blaze. Shot opportunity. Jank's there. Not a great touch.
They're knocking on the door. It's in! Taxivator!
Trick to win it and bring it to game 5.
The undisputed MVP of this game 4. Wow.
They don't
unbelievable.
They don't teach that right there.
That is absolutely unteachable. That is what we call the clutch gene. And Taxivator has just ripped it away from Jank.
3 for 5 on shooting. He's got as many goals as his teammates had shots. Able to just always get those follow-ups. All 3 assisted because it was the fact he was there for that level of extra pressure at the end. The first shot, maybe not the best, but it doesn't get kicked away into the safest position, and Taxivator there to capitalize each time.
Indeed, the Rocket League offense sometimes is kind of like a quarterback going through their reads in the pocket. The first one's not there, fine. Second one, not there, fine. The third one just comes out of nowhere and just gets it in there.
Excuse me. You and your football.
Yeah.
You and your football. I was like, I was thinking before this, I'm like, he's gonna find a way to bring football into it. And then I realized you call clears punts.
Yep.
I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was really interesting. I was like, there it is.
Yep.
But we got game number 5 here. Looking to take a W in the match column on tonight. Can't quite get that playoff hope, but at least we get some good Rocket League for the final night of the season as we got game number 5 here.
Indeed we do. I think I call it punts more often because I play with one of my buddies and he often says, oh, that's a great punt. That's where that kind of comes from. But speaking of that, Sarazen trying to drive it into Valpo's territory. What a mid-air demo from Jank. That's wild. Oblivion trying to fit that one in. What a save!
Oh my gosh!
Jeez.
An insane save, just couldn't quite get the follow-up there. And that's a 1-0 lead early. We saw that in game number 4, though, and the Birds were able to come back from it. And I also feel like I should give a quick little score update. I just got to check the Carthage Firebirds Red Mizzou game. Currently in game number 4, tied 1-1. Carthage up 2-1.
Hey.
Also up 2-1 in the series, so they're on match point. And that's to become the number 1 seed. Just got tied up, actually. But I'll bring us back to this one. Just really exciting stuff going against that D1 program over there, both in Rocket League and in regular sports.
Players just casually pulling a Kevin Harlan. I'm calling both games. As we need to focus on this one a little bit more. 4 minutes and change remaining here. Taxivator trying to put that one in. Jake with the save.
Now Sarazen looking for that defensive pinch. Doesn't quite find it. Shots coming
Oh,
through.
and Master Sub again.
And that's another early goal there for Valparaiso here. Yeah, just not the touch you're looking for if you're Sarazen. Can't follow up and contain it. And it's a great shot top left.
Yeah,
by
just
Master
a great
Seb.
shot from Master Seb. Really just fooling the Carthage great defense on what he was trying to do in his solo play attempt. And again, like we said before, just keeping your opponent guessing is going to work about, I would say, 80 to 90% of the time.
Oh my gosh, another goal line save
There's
has
that
to come
10%.
through. Excuse me, if you're the Firebirds, you got this transition chance. Tax, someone needed to either find a bump or cut that ball off a little bit sooner. A little bit of miscommunication seems to be coming through. Jank now trying to get that transition. Everyone in the sky, one left back, and it'll be Oblivious getting that pass upfield. Pass, shot, doesn't find the back of the net. Firebirds get a full transition now. Can't quite find the flick though.
See Taxivator race to the finish line for this ball. Oblivious gonna miss the touch. Blaze there, gonna get intercepted by Jank. Sorry, the transition Taxivator just applying the pressure still, just cannot find the opening. Valparaiso finding ways to shut down Taxivator. As for them, they've led up 2 straight games. They want to just close this one out and get out of here at this point. They don't want Carthage Grey to have any more momentum, but Carthage Grey just has to just take this momentum and not let it leave their system.
Yeah, they really do, and with that, they do need to find a goal as we're approaching halftime. That's a great save there from Sarazen. We got to stop having to need these goal line saves. Start getting some goal line shots on the opposing side there. Taxivator's gonna have a collection. He's just gonna clang it downfield.
Great hits.
Seb's gonna have the save though.
Jank still carrying this ball. Master Seb looking for his 3rd goal, and it's in. Oh, Blaze was there. Unfortunately, just was not able to make the right reflex in that scenario.
Ah, that's a tough one there. Great shot still by Master Seb. 3-0, still just under half the game left for the Firebirds here though. Gotta start looking for those kickoff goals. Just gotta start looking for a little bit of craftier play. I think the Firebirds need to start finding each other on offense a little more.
That's in for Oblivion. Oh my goodness.
As I say it, I'm shut up, as that is a crazy passing play out of Valpo. Slotted into the top shelf. Bar down and in.
Wow.
4-goal lead now in game number 5.
What an impressive showing from Oblivion there. It's a 4-0 lead for Valparaiso. At this point, Carthage Grey has to think fast.
Firebirds getting
That's a
that
double commit. That's
and
not
there's
good.
The
And a
team
teammate bump.
That's
Yeah.
not going to help. Straight down, shot opportunity. Little jumpy for Master Seb there. Probably could have just waited to read that ball. Although it does buy the Firebirds a little bit of time here.
Got a little too impatient for that hat trick.
A little bit there.
Little bit there, a little bit there. He was about ready to take his hat off, but he had to put it back on.
Yeah, my hat will be staying on under the headset so far. It came off for Taxivator, of course.
Oh, yes.
Blaze now collecting, slowing it down. Taxivator gets a 50. Sarazen clearing it upfield. We see Blaze back up, gets the 50 in midair. Not quite finding a threat toward net. Final minute now approaching, and the Firebirds need to start finding something quick here. This pressure will help, but without the follow-up there, it's not going to do much. This needs to be a pass mid. Back to Taxivator. Doesn't quite find him in time, and it's looking real rough in the final 60.
Now Jank still just a dominant force on the floor. That's been the real patriarch to the success of Valparaiso in this series. He was quiet in the game game 3 as Carthage Grey was able to find a way to really shut him down, but ultimately for Valpo they just stuck through, and there's their 5th goal.
Read. Master
of the
Seb
match.
just stepping up huge in game number 5 with that sidewall redirect.
He's got crazy talent, man. Off the wall too, just hitting it with like the bare minimum of the front of his car. I mean, that's just insane.
Yeah, those
a lot to like for Valpo.
Excuse me. Yeah, those are skimmers, and you just happen to just hit that last little edge of your car. For some reason, it flies off with like 8 times more power than when it came onto the car.
Yeah, that's Rocket League physics
Good old
101 for you,
Rocket League
ladies
physics
and gentlemen. They do go crazy indeed.
Firebirds wrapping up, though. Looks like will be their second to last match of the season here. Got one more after this. Who are they against again?
They will be going against Bradley Red.
Bradley Red.
Yep.
So.
And Bradley Red, I believe, is second place in Midwest Challengers, so they're going to have a tough bout in that one as well. But, you know, regardless of what happens, Carthage great, very proud of them. You know, it's their first year as a team. They have a lot more years to really work on the fundamentals of what they want to do in the future. But for a year one, I think they did pretty good.
I'd say that's super solid. They've still got, I know we don't cast it as much, they've still got the Wisconsin Collegiate Rocket League going on.
Yep.
They're doing very well in that. They should be a lock for the Division III playoffs in that. So, you know, they're looking to keep improving. They've still got about another month and a half of that season. So plenty of time for improvement before summer.
Yeah, it's also a great thing, too, the WCRL leagues as well for, you know, their team, also your team, Carthage Red. That's really great practice as well. It's more games, more reps with the team. And, you know, I went to that broadcasting forum with Wayne Larrabee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he said, like, with, like, broadcasting and other stuff, just more at-bats.
Just keep doing it.
Just,
reps,
you know.
reps.
Yep,
That's
more
what
reps.
it's all about.
Exactly.
And, glad we're going to be able to finally get some more reps now that
exactly, yeah.
got a little more time in the schedule. So
yep.
I think that's it, though, for so far. How long do you think we're taking a break? I don't know what time it is.
I have no idea either. I'll have to check with the producers.
6:40. All right. I think we'll probably go to a 20-minute break or so.
Alrighty. We will take a 20-minute break. We will be back with game number 2 of tonight.
All right, see ya.
side, and I hope that regret. Still I see her, and I know that forget. And light it up.
I be counting stacks.
I cannot believe what I heard when you did. I thought it was her, but I saw that your way. Time's on your side, and I hope that regret. Still I see her, and I know that forget. And light it up.
I be counting stacks.
Alrighty, we're back from the extended break with the final match of this evening. It is Carthage Gray taking on Bradley University, their last game of the season. If you weren't able to tune into the first game, Carthage Gray lost to Valpo 3-2, knocking them out of the playoffs. And if you didn't watch the NECC stream for Carthage Red versus Mizzou Esports, we have the score update for you. Mizzou Esports won 3-2 over Carthage Red. We really wanted to win that match against Mizzou.
Big sad.
Yeah, it would have been #1 seed in Midwest A champions, but you know Carthage will get second in that, and they're already clinched for playoffs, so we'll see them probably next week.
Yeah, it also means Carthage Red and Carthage Black are both playing Indiana University. So a good
Wow.
old college battle for round of
Nice.
playoffs.
Nice. Hopefully we get that sweep on them. Sorayson with a save to open this one up. Bradley University coming into this game, I believe, second place in
Yes.
Midwest B Challengers. Yes. 4-2, 13-8 game record. They've beaten a slew of teams. They have not beaten Mizzou. That's the only knock on their resume. Mizzou Gold, that is.
Yeah, not Mizzou.
Yes,
not
Mizzou.
Mizzou.
Right, Mizzou Gold, Mizzou Gold. There is like 3 teams per college in these divisions, so it gets a little confusing, but yes, Mizzou Gold is in first place in Midwest Speed Challengers, and Bradley trying to chase them in this matchup. For them, they're looking to maybe sweep this one out and better their game percentage, but for Carthage Gray, I mean, there's really nothing to lose for them at this point. They're just playing for pride. They want to finish out their NEC season on top with a W.
Yeah, and another thing worth noting, it is going to be SND who got the call in to sub on in last game of the season. Usually is sitting there on the bench, but he's rocking the goal line. Almost gets the shot.
Blaze!
But Blaze will get the follow-up there for him.
Great play. S&D already making an impact here. He hasn't gotten a lot of reps, but when he's on the field, you know, he's an active learner on the field, and he finds a way to really mold into the offense. Obviously, he's the sub for the team as Taxivator is the starter, but in this one, S&D getting some more time in the limelight, and that's exactly what they need moving forward, making sure all 4 players are comfortable with their positions.
Yeah, Firebirds now getting that missile off the ceiling, pass down mid, but no one there to receive from Blaze Cupid. As Firebirds also rocking some interesting card choices. You could really tell this is just a have fun, see what happens kind of game so far. Excuse me. As we got the Skyliner, a crazy octane out of both SMD, and then I believe
Maniac
Sorayson
Multiplier,
also.
what a name.
Yeah.
Plays with the save onto AMX's shot. Ebing is going to put that in. Wow, I'm going to probably want to say eBay so many times saying his name.
Yeah, Birds get it tied up here. Wow, they're both Birds. That doesn't that doesn't help me. Saying the Birds does not help me here. Bradley ties that one up there. As Sadie now trying to go off the sidewall. Sorayson cuts it on off. Gets the pop right there. Who will be there first? It'll be Blaze.
Nice clear. Maniac Multiplier is going to get bumped out of position. S&D is going to whiff. Blaze in rotation, has a little bit of boost to work with. Unfortunately, couldn't corral that ball in tightly with his car. S&D trying to travel back, does get that middle boost. Sorayson there on the rotation. Let's see what he can do. Beautiful hit. That one was nearing the net, but it's going to be cleared out by, I believe, Maniac Multiplier.
SMB will get that collection off the Blaze Cupid, looking for that corner double touch. Instead, it's going to be a transition out by Sadie, passing off to, I almost said eBay. And now we got the shot coming through, cleared away by Blaze as Sorayson tries to cut it off in the midfield. Blaze going to have to take it to the corner. It'll be SMD's ball now. Gets the pop past one, can't get the boost, still has 30 in the tank, enough to get over another. Now it's Blaze's turn. Gets the pass off, over to Sorayson. Sorayson elects to take a wider turn on that ball. Actually gives up possession, goes for the boost, doesn't trust the shot at all. And now Blaze has the chance to transition out here.
Yeah, at that point, Sorayson, you just got to go for the ball. I mean, just leaving that much space for Bradley to work with is never good. Oh, S&D trying to save that one. Maniac Multiplier is there to read that. Cautious mistake on the back line.
Yeah, that's a nice little pinch there, finished by Manic Multiplier.
Yeah, you can see the idea that S&D was trying to do, just flick it above the crossbar, have one of his other teammates just smack it right by that back wall, but unfortunately didn't work. But hey, there we go. S&D, he's cooking. Wow.
What a delayed kickoff. Oh my gosh, red all day.
Wow.
Send him to the gym. Minute 30, we're tied up 2-2.
He was definitely in the weight room on that one. S&D putting a stamp on this game one. Tied 2-2, 135 remaining. A nice demo from Blaze off of the kickoff. We didn't really see a whole ton of impactful demos from Carthage Gray in the previous match against Valpo, but we're seeing that in Bradley's court here.
A lot of pressure here for the Firebirds. Not really sure what's going on with Bradley here.
SMD in rotation.
Yeah, more clears here.
Yeah, Bradley just looks shaken up on offense. They're not really playing their game here. Sadie is going to get that one out, though. See if that amounts to anything. Blaze with a nice interception. Sorason's going to follow up. He's going to have some space. Let's see what he can do. Not much of anything. Maniac multipliers there for a double touch. Has an open lane. S&D, way to be there. Sadie, though, stopping it and going.
That's a great little stop and go play there. Uses the flip to perform a little fake here. Ooh! Just going at the last possible second. S&D can't quite get back to it.
That was just raw talent on display for Sadie. It's again one of those mechanics that you just can't really teach unless if you're just a natural at it. That was open for Carthage Gray. Luckily, Sorason is there.
Sorason now 1v1 scenario, gets cut off by Ebing. Excuse me, Ebing gets the pinch. Now it's back over to Blaze Cupid. Blaze trying to get the pass mid. Shot going toward net, and it's saved on the goal line by Sadie. Sorason up, does get the beat, but with that demo in the backfield, it's just going to be all pressure on the Carthage half.
Carthage Gray going to have to scramble to hit this ball away here. They're going to have to get some sort of miracle here.
Oh,
The ball's still up.
Air.
It's still up.
Well, who will be there? How is it still up? Sorason gets it again. The kill comes through. Bradley finally finds it.
Bradley finding it. Not sure what happened with Sorason, but Bradley getting the series lead for the moment, 1-0 over Carthage. And it took Bradley a little while to get things going. And that's credit to the aggressiveness we saw early on from Carthage with Blaze, S&D, and Sorason. It's just that, again, the defensive miscues are really what's halting this team from reaching the potential of winning games like this against high-caliber teams like Bradley University. And we've seen it play out pretty much all season long. So these games are just something to add to the homework bin and just try to come back to the VODs and figure out, like, hey, what can we do here on this play? If one guy is coming this way, what can we do to force the ball in the direction that he's not going?
Absolutely, and it looks like we do have Taxivator subbing on in. I'm pretty sure that means we're just going to have a different Firebird out every single game except for S&D.
Yep.
I think they're going to give S&D the call on all of them, but I think the rest of the Firebirds just going to rotate it out and enjoy what could be their last NECC season as a team together. There is a possibility for a last chance qualifier into nationals for this team due to their performance in the fall season that we did not broadcast. But past that, this will be it for the regular season. But if we get word of that LCQ, we'll have a couple more streams out of 2 of our Carthage teams.
Yep.
LCQ, for those of you at home, is a last chance qualifier into nationals. It's for all the teams that just didn't quite qualify off the rip. They will get their own tournament to try and.
Well, 4 minutes and change remaining in this one. No score. A little stalemate with the ball. Hanging in the balance. S&D is going to do a little bit of an inadvertent side flip. Not sure if that was a part of the plan or not.
I don't know if there's many things that are part of the plan in Rocket League. It's very much a game of adapting to whatever just happens.
It's just that you fake it till you make it sometimes.
Absolutely.
Sorason looking to hit that one, not able to do it. Attacks the Raider. Hitting that ever so slightly. S&D, a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, too slow, and Ebing is going to be there for the save. Sorason!
Oh, no! Almost another insane save out of Sorason.
Almost taking the juggler away from my username there with Sorason. We're trying to save that from the net. But Ebing just there for the touch. I mean, if Sorason was able to get that ball out of the net, that would have been absolutely incredible.
Some real peekage there would have been very impressive.
Ooh, speaking of peekage, we almost see S&D off the kickoff again, scoring. Oh, and Sorason is going to put the ball in the nets for Carthage Gray to tie this thing up. Not going down without a fight just yet.
A good read out of Taxivator. Great follow-up from Sorason. Also love how that goal explosion looks on that red half.
Oh man,
Big fan of
it
it.
looks awesome.
Excuse me.
Yeah, once you get the color schemes down and somehow the goal explosions like tie into that, it's absolutely marvelous.
Firebirds taking that midfield presence more so than they had been in the past. They try to get the demo on S&D, not quite able to do so. He's able to get that pressure on the ball instead. Now it's a chance. Raisin pre-jumps it. Last minute save is from Vader of Taxes, able to get it there. It's popped around. Manic Multiplier looking for the double touch. Doesn't quite read it, but the follow shot is barely saved on the goal line by Sir Raisin. And what a play that was. Pressure's not over though. Still got to get it out of the black half.
Ebing with the bump and Manic Multiplier putting it in for Bradley, turning into a maniac in that instance.
What a bump there from Ebing. Able to just completely clear that lane. No Firebird ready for that. And with just a bit over half of the game left, Bradley's got a 2-1 lead. I almost said Birds again. That's what stuck me up so hard.
Yep.
I was like, can't say Birds.
Trying to put that one in. Ebing with the save. Been a really formidable piece of this Bradley team. Ebing has been. Sadie looking for a possible double tap. Nice deflection. Oh, and what a shot from Ebing. Wow.
Ebing gets that no credit demo assist on that one. Decides, hey, my point column ain't looking high enough right now. Decides to take a killer of a shot from outside the box and brings them to a 2-goal lead.
Let me just shoot it on down to the left side for some more points, says Ebing. He'll take that. It'll probably give him more confidence in the next few games here. Unless if Carthage Gray is able to shut him down. There is still about 2 minutes remaining here. What happened there? Oh my,
no.
We gotta see the replay on that one. Manic Multiplier with the shot, obviously, but we gotta see that.
Ball here happening. Taxivator's chasing him around. Can't quite
Poor
get the follow
Sadie.
up. Sarazen can't quite read that one. There's a 3-goal lead now for Bradley University.
Taxivator just shoving him out of the way like, no, get out of here. This is my territory.
I might be tripping. I don't even know if Bradley is the Birds. Now I need to check that. I think I just
Ebing with the save.
I was mixing up with Illinois State University. That's okay.
Gotcha. That is all right. That is A-okay. That goal almost in for Bradley.
We got the clear, not quite there. Taxes now has to take it. Over to Sarazen, looking for the shot off the sidewall. Pop there from Tax. Doesn't get around anyone. There's a bit of a triple commit. It's going to be a tough one to get back to. It's got to be Sarazen. He does find it. Follows it up in the corner. Not the touch he's looking for. Tax now a ball on the sidewall. Manic Multiplier will keep it in the corner instead. Pressure toward the goal, and it's kicked away as Sarazen looks for the transition.
You see the ball in Bradley's half, at least for the moment. Manic Multiplier, a great clear. Sarazen contesting the ball. It's centered. Sarazen is there for the clear. Less than a minute remaining in this game, too. And that shot's online, and that's in for Sadie.
It all the way down for Sadie. I think that's a hat trick for Sadie. Not even close. I think I just remember seeing Sadie on that bump play the Taxivator was throwing.
And then he just comes from way downtown with that goal to try and cover up that little incident, but you know, we spotted it out, so we know it.
Yeah, we saw we know the truth. We know the truth.
We know the truth. We know where that energy came from to score from downtown. Maybe it's watching Steph Curry highlights. I don't know. Maybe it's just because he felt a little butthurt about that bump. I don't know. But
shots going up, and that one's a floater. Speaking of, as just barely kicked away into the corner. 30 seconds left now on the clock. S&D trying to run it upfield. Tries to look for someone mid. Cut off, though. Another pass mid, and it's over to Tax. But Tax had to go for some boost. And that might be the goal.
Wow.
As now that might be a hat trick for Sadie.
Might be.
Mayhaps. Someone pressed tab on the keyboard.
I think that might have been a second goal. Yeah, it's a second goal.
Everyone's got two. Everyone's got two.
Everyone's
got two.
Everyone has a coupling of goals on the Bradley team.
20 seconds now. Firebirds just trying to sustain the damage now at this point. Another one flies through, trying to avoid the Brazil. which would be
Oh,
a
yeah, that is possible.
tough one to see here.
I didn't even realize that it is possible.
There's the clear.
Are they going to keep it up?
Oh, no.
They might.
Oh, no.
It's
Shot
centered.
opportunity.
Oh,
kicks
SND
it
with the
away.
clear. There we go. Saves us from the Brazil. We didn't win the game, but at least we didn't get Brazil.
It's true. At least there is no Brazil. 7-1 is a Brazil.
Yeah, 7-1 is a Brazil.
But Firebirds now on match point here. I'm assuming we will now see Sarazen take a little seat on the bench. We'll see a little Tax Evader Blaze and SND show for the final game.
Yep. And yeah, again, this was the first season for Carthage Gray, so obviously things aren't going to go the way that you want to initially, but, you know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it happens. As we are looking forward, though, a couple matches we'll have next week for the playoff picture is Carthage White did not make playoffs. They ended their season with a forfeit win. Carthage Gray doesn't quite make it in there, so Carthage Black and Carthage Red, both in the Champions Midwest B and the Midwest A, respectively.
Yep.
Both secured the number 2 seed for their conference, which means that they are the number 3 and 4 seed overall for playoffs. They're both taking on Indiana University, the top team and the second team. So that'll be interesting stuff again next week. That'll be around 7 p.m.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Fortnite's got a match coming up. I think that should be it on the seasons because CSN. We got one more Rocket game on the night here. Potentially 3 more. Excuse me.
We could, yeah, we
Potentially
could.
3 more.
We could see a surprise reverse sweep.
They've done it before.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
With Blaze
There it
starting
is,
the
Blaze.
scoring, there's a chance.
Putting it in 9 seconds into the contest. And as soon as we think that this is the last game, it might not be.
Oh, actually, we do have S&D taking a little step down. That we actually, Firebirds might actually be locked in for that reverse sweep attempt.
Ooh.
We got the starters playing in this game number 3 here.
Trying to catch him off guard a little bit. Blaze, could have done a little bit more damage with his shot attempt there. Tax Evader shot going to get saved out by E-Bing.
Now we got Sarazen looking for the shot upfield. Does get 3 to bite. They're awkward on defense now. Shot opportunity. Blaze likes to go high. Instead, it's cleared away by Manic Multiplier. Tax now gets beaten to the ball, and Sarazen's alone on defense. But with
Good
those
demo.
interference demos being run by Blaze, we're going to get a transition, actually.
A little bit of a double commit on the side of Bradley, although they're able to clean things up on the defensive side. Tax Evader on the clean rotation, gets a nice pinch center. It's not going to amount to a teammate being there for the pass, however. Manic Multiplier putting that in Carthage Gray territory. Blaze going up, not going to win the 50. It's going to be Sarazen's turn.
Nice little attempt at a fake there, trying to get him to jump.
Nice
No
hits
bite
in
there.
transition, too. Marvelous. Sarazen's there for the shots. Threads the needle. Wow.
63 mile an hour clanger into the top shelf there. Finds right between the defenders. There's no
Wow.
saving that right there.
No,
as Birds
that's
take
just
a 2-0 lead. out
that's
of
pitch
nowhere.
perfect right there, man. You can't put that shot in there any better than Sarazen just did on that top left corner.
We got a defensive stand from Tax Evader, playing in maybe the ugliest car I've ever seen. And I'll say that with a straight face to him. 3 minutes and 30
Yeah, I don't know
seconds
about that
left
color scheme.
on
I don't
the,
know. Looks a little sketchy.
on the game. We might see a dunk here on a Blaze. The attempt goes through. Instead, now it's back to Tax. He gets the pop-up. Looking for someone mid. It's falling. Who will be there? It's
Sarazen's there!
Sarazen.
And a second goal for him. As Tax Evader does his magic with the pass. Straight down to Sarazen.
3-goal lead now for the Firebirds is, you know, they're really putting a punch into this game number 3. We saw it happen before in that first series. They're able to find quite a lot of shots and goals in game number 3.
Is that going
another
in?
one
Oh,
on
my
target,
goodness.
but barely kicked away. Off the corner now, clear from
Jeez.
Sadie.
Almost in there for a 4th goal. That would have been absolutely insane. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the game 3.
And now Firebirds having to play a little bit of defense, and Sadie kicks up the scoring from game number 2. Keeps it going here in number 3.
Great pass from Being right to Sadie, right place, right time. Just catching Carthage off guard, and they cut their deficit to 2. Still a lot of time for Bradley to really just play aggressive if they wanted to and just end this thing in a sweep, but I think Carthage Gray is going to show a little more fight.
That is true, and now we got a 3-1 deficit that the Braves have to overcome here, just at about halftime on the clock. Sadie goes up high, Blaze goes higher to get the 50, Tax goes even higher to get the beat. Now we got a 1v3 scenario, but no Firebird there to capitalize. Just holding on to that 2-gold lead. They're being comfortable. This shot, though, is going to make them a little uncomfortable.
What a save from Blaze.
As it gets taken to the corner.
Rising up in a potentially clutch moment here. Sorayson with the center. That's going to go straight down. Oh, it's an own goal! First one of the night.
There's a hat trick for Sorayson. Forcing that own goal by chasing that bump, making them jump a little bit more awkwardly, and having to push it back. They were hoping it would hit the backboard, not quite high enough.
Wow. Carthage regaining their 3-goal lead in this game 3. See if they can keep their feet pressed on the gas pedals here.
Blaze now takes one. Tax goes up, gets past another. And there's the clear. Only Blaze left. He's got to get a boom. Gets at least one touch. Can't quite follow it, though. Tax gets a beat, though. The shot opportunity, that might just find the way into the back left. Not quite able to, as Ebing now gets boost to spawn. Tried to go for something a little fancy off the ceiling. Doesn't quite have the ability to get there.
Blaze trying to put a stop and go that time. Sadie was not falling for it. Instead, he gets a goal of his own.
Yeah, Sadie able to find the back of the net, cut that lead down to 2. As Sadie just trying to put the team in the backpack, so to say, this game.
Yeah.
Stepping up huge on the offensive third.
Indeed, no other player from Bradley, at least in this game, has really shown any signs of life in the offensive game. Sure, they've been there on the defensive side. As I say that, Taxivator almost scored there. But yeah, it's just been Ebing and Multiplier really on the back line per se. Ebing has had some nice passes, I won't discredit that. But it's mostly been Sadie carrying in the goal department. Ebing almost getting a nice touch off the front of his car. It's slightly bumped by Sorayson. To be 50 right towards Ebing. It's going to amount to nothing as Blaze gets it off the half. Just huge. Taxivator getting faked out, though. Less than a minute remaining. Taxivator with the demo. Manic Multiplier! Not going to put it in. Blaze, way to be there.
Yeah, what a defensive stand we're seeing out of the Firebirds so far. I think they've been on defense for about almost a minute straight. Finally breaking out. Sorayson with the double off the ceiling. Can he find it off the wall? Oh. Not quite. It gets dumped through, still in the red corner. Final 25 seconds approaching. Firebirds should be able to lock this down if they just play safe.
What a vicious bump from Taxivator. Been showing that attitude since this game started.
With that 50-50, Sorayson want to play safer, get the ball to come to him. Final 10 seconds now as the Firebirds look to bring it to game number 4 once again. Same verse, second verse, same as the first, as Firebirds are going to find a game 3 victory after going down 0-2. And they'll bring it to game number 4.
They are going to bring it to game number 4 with a chance at another reverse sweep tonight. Let's hope and pray that this is the one that comes to fruition.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed this one come to fruition.
And this would be huge. This would be huge for multiple reasons. One, pride for Carthage Gray.
Pride.
2, would it affect Bradley's momentum? Yes, it would. It would affect their momentum heading into the playoffs. They're currently the second seed, or second placement, I should say, in Midwest B Challengers. So maybe they could fall into 3rd, possibly. I'll have to check the standings, but for right now, they're in 2nd place, and they want to at least stay in 2nd place because they're not going to catch Mizzou Gold because they're playing Rose-Hulman, and they probably already won that game. So Mizzou Gold is probably sitting at 6-1, so they can't catch them anyway because of that head-to-head loss that I explained before.
Yeah, that's true.
So Bradley just needs to lock in here and get this win for themselves because Carthage Gray, they've got nothing to lose again. They can just reverse sweep this, have a party, and, you know, just
have a little party, man.
Yeah, have a little party.
W.
Yep.
Go get some nice food after. That's what I'm excited for. Look. We got game number 4 though, coming up real quick. Do we have the sub? No, we're gonna keep the starters in there.
Yep.
It was all I'm saying is if someone doesn't say they had us in the first half, not gonna lie, if this reverse sweep gets pulled off, I'll be very disappointed. We got kickoff now in game number 4.
Indeed we do. Ebing right off the kickoff. What?
Good old crossbar helping out, not even close, as some would say. Evader of taxes.
Rocket League physics. Strike again.
We got the clear now coming up. Sadie with the shot.
Oh, beautiful execution there from Bradley. Wow. They're not messing around anymore.
Yeah, that's a great bump there. Sadie with the beat over to Tax. And 1-0 Bradley here in game 4.
See if Carthage Gray put some more pressure. Oh, Blaze, not sure where he was going. He missed the ball completely, unfortunately.
Ooh,
almost gets the shot in there.
Sarazen was looking for that long ball shot. Unable to do so. Evader of taxes can't quite get back to the wall in time to stay on this ball, so it's going to be up to Blaze, who gets beat. So now Sarazen, once again, third man left in a tough spot. Shot opportunity coming through. No one from Bradley is up, so Tax will get the free clear. Goes back toward the middle. Sarazen up for the ball. Can't quite get the follow. Manic multiplier able to get a touch downward. Blaze puts it into some free space. Sarazen now, chance, gets a 50-50, up to Blaze, gets the bang, pops it high, not quite out of the black half yet, and Evader of taxes finally gets it there.
He's gonna go straight to Sarazen. He'll have some space. I like him to go for the boost this time around. Manic multiplier does hit the double, but it is not in the net.
The scary shot if you're watching Firebirds POV, low boost on the backboard. Have to make sure you do something to kind of cut it off. Got very lucky on that one, but didn't end up in their net. 3 minutes 30 now left on the clock. Firebirds, they were able to sustain this long defense last time.
Oh my
they do it again
goodness.
this time, but this time they're without the benefit of already having the lead. So they got to start finding a way to transition into the offensive half somehow.
By a slight hair, Blaze was able to make that save. See, trucks Manic multiplier out of his way. That net's open. Oh, and Ebing is putting it in for Bradley.
It's a tough one there if you're the Firebirds. Blaze just got barely bumped, forces him to do a little wave dash past the ball, and Tax just not quite able to get back in time.
2-0 lead, 3:02 remaining. Let's see what else this series has in store.
Almost had another Manic multiplier shot in the store. Instead,
yeah, almost multiplied his score count.
Sarazen gets the collection here. Gets past 1, not 2. Tax though, good positioning. Shot opportunity saved by Manic multiplier. He'll try to transition out.
Good demo too.
Firebirds though,
wow.
trying to keep the pressure. With that demo, they're going to be allowed a free transition back to the black half. Great recovery there by Ebing. And now Manic multiplier. 50-50, it goes under. Shot opportunity for Tax, not quite speedy enough to get there. And that's a bad beat on the third man. Shot opportunity should be there, but that's a great bounce if you're the Firebirds.
That is a very beneficial bounce because Bradley had no idea what to do with that.
Great clear now by Sadie. Will it just find the back of the net? It
What?
will, because that's a tough miss to see out of the Firebirds.
It just drops in there.
Goes high, who's up for it? Blaze doesn't quite get the read, and Tax, trusting the touch there, isn't ready to have to make a last-ditch save.
Kickoff going in favor of the Firebirds. You see that go down. Sarazen is there for the clear. Wins the 50. See if any member pushes up that sorry, not the demo, the push from Bradley's defense helped out Sarazen in that instance, but no one's back there again. And these bounces are absolutely insane. Half of these players just don't expect where the ball is going to go when those bounces happen. Just makes this game so much more unpredictable. Plays putting it in
Textbook
somehow.
right there.
Somehow he puts it in, bar down and everything.
What a pass from Sarazen.
Unbelievable.
High,
Double
low,
covered
and
too.
back to the top shelf.
Wow, double covered on the pass, and then Blaze getting covered as soon as he takes the shot. Ice in his veins that time. Cuts the deficit to 2. 133 remaining. There still is hope for Carthage Gray to possibly come back in this one.
Absolutely, and with pressure off the kickoff, that's going to be a big help. 2 birds, though, do get flicked past. Blaze now playing off the ceiling. It's not going to quite go there. There's the 50-50 from Tax Evader. And now Sarazen with the clear into the midfield.
Blaze, oh, almost in. Just a little wide to the left. That ball sailing. Tax Evader not going to hit that. Blaze, though, is there. Was looking to waterfall down. Manic Multiplier sniffing that out.
Oh my gosh, another open net. It just seems the Firebirds can drag him out of net, but can't quite get the shot onto where it needs to be. They've only got 50 seconds to find one more. Double commit. Will it find the back of the net, though?
Tax
It will.
Evader puts it in for Carthage Gray.
Maybe a little bit of help from Blaze. Oh my gosh, what a slot there from
Oh
Tax.
my goodness.
Skims it to the top right corner.
Jeez. Call him John Cena because he's a bad, bad man. A phrase so nice I had to say it twice while we were doing a broadcast. Did it once in the first one. Second time around, do it. Oh my goodness! What?
We're out of nowhere. We're right back in this thing. Mistouch
Out
there.
of nowhere like an RKO,
Long shot.
Blaze. Wow. And
So
it's
fake.
tied.
And we're tied up, I guess.
It's tied.
I guess we're tied up.
I guess we are tied up. Some way, somehow.
That's a tough one, though. Firebirds trying to transition out. They get another chance. Bradley getting jumpy. Sadie goes to the sidewall. Doesn't quite get the cutoff. Free ball for Blaze. Bangs it on downfield. And didn't quite get a follow-up. Sarazen now on the sidewall. Chance for a clear. One to beat.
Oh,
And
that was
Multiplier
open.
will get
Oh, it
back.
popped
Shot
up.
Opportunity goes through.
It's in, Blaze!
And Blaze will find it.
Hat trick for Blaze Cupid.
Bounce shot, does it every
Wow.
time, gets the 50-50 through, and the late
In the
game
clutch.
goal.
In the clutch. Blaze comes out of nowhere. 6 seconds remaining, though. They have to just keep this ball off of their half. Dangerous position. Oh, what a clear, but
Oh, it's
Sadie
not down yet.
keeps it up. Tax knocking it down. Carthage forcing a game 5 again.
Open for a slightly better outcome as we go into this game 5, but how about it from Blaze Cupid? 772 points, 3 goals, 1 assist, a save on 4 shots. A couple saves, actually.
Just absolutely
Lighting up the scorecard.
peak performance from Blaze. I've seen this man play a ton of Rocket League, and this is one of the games where he just absolutely popped off and clutched. He was the originator of the clutch gene back at Horlick High School, so
really?
it's fun that he brings that here at Carthage Gray.
Yo, was Blaze playing on the match you commentated here?
I think it was. Yes.
I knew Vale was. I didn't know Blaze was too.
Yeah, it was Blaze, it was Zappy Hades, and then it was BMO.
I remember BMO. BMO was kind of that guy.
BMO was that guy. He
BMO,
was.
I remember BMO was a bit of a himmoth back in that match.
What's
It's
funny
actually
is his play spoke louder than his personality. He was the
soft-spoken.
He was the soft-spoken one of the team, right? Unfortunately, he did not play for Horlick during the Rocket League season this year, but when he played, boy, was he a great cog in that wheel.
Yeah, now we got Firebirds back at it. Game number 5, hoping to complete the reverse sweep here. Excuse me. Huge ego boost for them, and tough loss it would be for the Bradley Braves here. Sarazen looking for the pass mid. Doesn't quite get the 50. Firebirds, I'm thinking, need to calm down already at the start of this game. They seem a little jumpy and antsy to score early here. But they've come from behind, I think, in just about every game except for one. We'll have to see what happens here in game number 5.
Yeah. A ball sailing near Carthage Gray territory. Safe shot's going to be saved by none other than Blaze. Except eBang with a strong 50.
Another 50-50 shot opportunity. He takes it to the sky. Sadie's going to look for the double off the ceiling. Shut down pretty quickly by Blaze there. as Saraisen now off the back wall. Just gonna play for that 50-50, finds it, transition off to Tax Evader, 40 boost in the tank, looking for possibly a flip reset. Instead it goes low, goes high again.
Whoa.
No follow-up there, but the Birds are starting to threaten. Blaze now with a chance to the back wall.
It's in!
With
Blaze!
the triple tap.
Oh my goodness. Highlight reel moment for Blaze.
What a collection there. Sadie gets beat there, finds it, and just does everything to throw his whole body over that ball and put it into the top right.
Elite
Birds lead
level
1-0.
concentration from Blaze Cupid. He wants to end the NECC season on a high note, and he's doing everything he can to make that happen. Oh, Tax Evader is going to miss that one.
Transition now,
That was a
no one
huge
running
miss.
interference. Blaze, though, once again there, puts it to the corner, follow shot, just off the bar and cleared away. Couldn't go all the way down, not quite cut off at the midfield. Tax now to the sky, gets past one, gets the flip, looking for a double of his own, cleared away. Saraisen now, great positioning from the midfield, can't find the double, now it's in the red corner. Trying to transition out of the Bradley Braves, but instead we have Blaze Cupid to the back wall now, looking for that pinch mid, and now we kind of got a little more of a pace being found. Firebirds have all the pressure, but it's starting to slow down. Bradley Braves starting to feel themselves.
Ebing with the clear. Sadie's going to try to follow up. Tax Evader wins 50, gets the goal in. Carthage adding on to their lead.
Tax brings it up for a 2-0 right on the 3-minute mark. What a slot. That top right, their best friend in game number 5.
Wow. Those corner shots are a thing of beauty. Tax Evader looking to put another one. He does in the opposite corner.
Yeah. We find the top left this time around. 2:56. Only 4 seconds to find goal number 3.
Wow. Absolutely disgusting.
You know, as my freshman year teammate, as he would once say, where does grandma hide the cookies? That would be the top shelf right there. Tax, Blaze have all found it every time. Maddox calling it quits. Don't even want to play it.
Blaze.
4-0 Firebirds.
Wow. Insane. What a script this is, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, no real implications for Carthage Gray, but an implication for Bradley Braves. Heading into this, slotted as the second place team, and some of their momentum had to have been lost, and we're getting comments for the top shelf.
That actually is my teammate. That's
Oh, it
is actually
awesome.
good old deck.
Small world.
Calling it on in, Tax Evader. Pass it off to Saraisen, 2 minutes 30. Off the sidewall, back mid. I like the ball movement now out of the Braves. Tax Evader to the skies. Gets past one, looking for the pass mid, but Saraisen, gonna have a free ball up to Blaze, looking for the redirect. Not gonna find it though.
See Tax Evader rotate towards the ball. Trying to get some sort of pinch going here. 2 minutes remaining. Carthage has a pretty comfortable lead up to this point.
Oh, but this could be a damper on it, but Tax, of course, still gets back to it. Firebirds just need to not have anything horrendous happen
What a
in
save.
this final seconds of this game. Excuse me.
That ball centered. Manic multiplier there, but Tax Evader rising up to the occasion yet again. It's his time.
I'm sorry, I got caught up by the chat as we got a little call back to my freshman year team. 4-0 for the Firebirds here. Transitioning out, could be 5 if they find a shot off this. Playing safe instead. Great smart play from the veteran on the field, Tax Evader, who might still find the back of the net, making everyone on the Bradley goal line do dances, get triple commits. Off the corner again, Manic multiplier goal line save. Another triple commit out of the Braves. Excuse me, Blaze can't quite find the pass mid. And we're down to the final minute of game time, as Bradley needs nothing short of a miracle to bring this one back.
Indeed, a save by Saraisen is really going to put even more pressure onto Bradley. We'll have a post-game interview after this contest, barring any unforeseen circumstances.
I believe we will get to hear from the captain himself, Tax Evader. It's always a good time. I'll probably let you take over for that bad boy. But final 30 seconds, well, you know what? Give me some final thoughts. I'm going to assume nothing terrible happens here. I want to get a couple comments here.
Yeah.
You know, What do you think changed between game number 1 and game number 2 in terms of the Firebirds' resilience here?
I think just pulling the team together and saying, hey, at this point, we have nothing to lose. Let's just go out there and have fun. Let's play our game. They're not going to expect it. And look at what's happening on our screen. Saracen, a goal, 5-0 in Game 5.
Yeah,
Notoriously, this team is not really that well mended in Game 5s, and they are dominating against a 4-2 team in Game 5. So if that doesn't tell you the resilience of this team, I don't know what does.
Yeah, Firebirds putting on a great show in game number 5. They're not letting 2 of them get away. Also, I'd like to point out, with the starting roster, that's a clean sweep against Bradley. So solid 3 straight from them. That's a good one. I'm sure building chemistry going into the last leg of the WCRL season and into the possible last chance qualifier for nationals.
Indeed. And we'll be back shortly with a post-game interview. Stick around.
Can you feel it? Told you the truth, I just didn't mean it. Did you notice? A fictional life, thinly disguised, the meaning. Then comes the night, stretches so wide in between us.
All right, we're back with the post-game interview. Turbo Juggler 32 joined alongside the captain for Carthage Gray, Tax Evader. Man, what a series, dude.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy one. Good way to end the season, I'd say.
Yeah, and heading into this one, obviously you guys were knocked out of the playoffs, so it didn't really have any implications for playoffs in that sense. But take me through the mentality entering in the series. Like, what was the goal of the series?
So we obviously wanted to make the most of our last series with NECC for this season. And so what we wanted to do is we were putting in Jay, our sub, since he hadn't gotten the chance to play in a little while. And so we ended up trying that out and decided to switch it back for the after Game 2 had happened. Because we knew that this was a team that was beatable, and we wanted to go out with the best record possible. You know, even if playoffs weren't happening, we still wanted to make sure that we were doing well. And so what we ended up doing was putting together the standard roster, trying to run it back one last time, and pull off another Carthage Gray reverse sweep. And there we go. We were able to do it. So thank you.
Yeah, it was absolutely insane to sit through. I mean, me and Tanner were just saying, oh, they have nothing to lose at this point. You know, the ultimate implication was against Bradley and their seeding possibly. But, you know, for you guys, it's just, hey, let's just go out there and have fun. Let's try to build some more chemistry. And, you know, you guys unlocked some more potential in that squad. And I'm very happy to see that. Like, from the games that I've seen from you guys, you have tremendous potential. Oh, and I've seen all of the highlights, for sure.
Yeah, I've never seen Blaze clipped like that in my life. It's because when he's got no pressure on him, he's the greatest player I've ever seen. And so when you put that with Kevin, who's like defensive mastermind, offensive mastermind, general mastermind, it just works so well. I didn't have to do anything that serious. I sat third man pretty much 90% of the time and let them do their thing because they're wonderful.
Yeah, Blaze is just that guy at the end of
He's
the day.
just
And
that
it's
guy,
absolutely
exactly.
incredible that you guys have him on the team. So
Mhm.
that's
sure.
great. And yeah, so what is the mentality heading into like the future aspects of the team?
Yeah, so although our NECC season is over, we still have WCRL. We've already qualified for the LAN for that. So we've got a couple more WCRL matches, then we've got the LAN.
Yep.
So we're just trying to stay as hype as possible, lock in as much as we can, and hopefully win the LAN, because we've absolutely got a really good shot at that. And I'm feeling it.
Yeah, and it's great that you guys have the WCRL to have on your back as well to get more reps in and, keep practicing and, maybe we'll end up winning the LAN for Carthage Gray. Who knows?
I think so. I'm feeling it in my bones. There's no teams I'm totally scared of out there. I think we absolutely are a better team than anyone else there. Exactly.
We love the confidence. You got nothing to lose, man.
I'd like to ask this question on stream.
Yeah, what's up?
So you gotta repeat it. But
Okay.
Did Bradley drop to third place because of that loss?
Okay, so the question was, because of that loss, did Bradley drop to third place? I think they dropped lower than third place. I think
What?
they went to fourth.
What?
Yeah. 'Cause
Wow.
Yeah, so that knocks
Unbelievable.
them. They're going to have to play the number 1 seed in the first round. So that really hurt Bradley.
Yeah, and you could see it in their gameplay. Like as soon as they lost their touch in that game 3, the whole script just flipped. I mean,
Absolutely.
they were overcommitting like crazy. I mean, they didn't have much going in their offensive rhythm. The demos were pretty much non-existent. I mean, they were there, but they were not in the right places, if that makes any sense.
For sure.
But, at the end of the day, you guys had nothing to lose, and you found a way to stick through the adversity throughout the entire season, end it off with a bang. Very proud of you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And with that post-game interview ending, I would like to do one more thing before this ends. So on March 2nd, 2024, my family lost a pivotal member. My Uncle Steve passed away on March 2nd, 2024. He was an absolutely incredible uncle, the best one you could ever ask for. He was proud of me throughout my accomplishments with everything that I've done, from casting to schoolwork to journalism, stuff like that. He didn't really know anything about esports, but, the man was proud of me no matter what. And that's what matters at the end of the day. I was able to go to Skate Town with him when I was little, do a bunch of other stuff at the Y and whatnot. I know my cousin, we used to do a joke where he looked like Governor Walker. So like there was like one story where we're at the Y. He's in one room. We're in another room. We're calling him up. Hey, it's Governor Walker, and he and my Uncle Steve actually came up with that names, and I used that throughout the entire day there. And by far the best moment for sure is my 5th birthday, when I had this Mickey Mouse piñata, and my whole family was in the basement. We were living near Douglas Avenue, and it was in the basement. All the family was there. We were playing Wii Sports. We had everything. There was a little bit of mischief with the turn taking with the Wii controller. I think my uncle got into it with one of my little cousins and didn't let him play Wii Sports. So there's that. I mean, he just brings comedic life into the family, and, it's just a tremendous loss. And then going forward with that story with the Mickey Mouse piñata, everybody had their turn. They hit it with the blindfold on. And this man just comes in and says, "Let me get a crack at it. Let me hit that thing." And he just comes in after I have my turn without the blindfold, and he just preaches off the top of his lungs, "Hey, Mickey," and he just absolutely destroys the piñata. Myself, my cousin's brother, were going crazy as the candy hit the floor. And yeah, that was by far the best memory for sure. And, all the time after that as well, he would call my mom all the time on the phone, and man, I could hear that guy from a mile away. I mean, he sounded like he wouldn't even be on speakerphone, and he would sound like he's holding a megaphone inside the phone. Like, that's how loud he was. He would always go, "What's up?" whenever he calls and whatnot. Always bickers about the Bears because my mom was a Bears fan and he's a Packers fan. So obviously that dynamic is there, but in general, my Uncle Steve was an absolutely incredible man, and I thank our producers, Tommy, Quentin, the rest of the Carthage Firebirds team for having my support during this tough time. And yeah, again, just thank you to everybody for the support. It's absolutely incredible. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you. And thank you all for tuning into tonight's stream. Next week, we will have a Rocket League playoffs for NECC. But for now, have a good night.